James Brent Powers. I was asked to tell a story about you, and what better way to talk about Brent than in a song? So I wrote a little song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. Well, I remember, don't worry. You felt like that you could dip your foot in a pool, but you couldn't have a swim, and you even said that you felt like you were the fastest runner, but you weren't allowed to win. But you know, bro, every rose has its thorn, and every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy, he's got a sad, sad song. You know, that's just the way it is. Some things, they never change. You got to just listen to the mandolin rain. You were sick of hearing about everyone talking about that groovy kind of love, and you even said that a man, he needs a woman like a fish needs a bicycle. But you kept trying to throw your arms around the world. Well, no message could have been any clearer to me that if you want to make the world a better place, you got to take a look at yourself and make that change. Well, the doctor, now he said you were cured, but you still felt the pain. And you even said that your aspirations, it felt like they were in the clouds, but your hopes, somehow they were down the drain. Well, then along came Sarah, sitting closer than a smile, and said she had her head on your shoulder and you loved to drive and hold her. Well, you were living on love and buying on time, and you didn't need any power windows, you didn't need any power brakes. You were living on the power of love. Well, I guess she was really hip to be square, or maybe she just hit the B square. We'll have to ask Trish on that one. So the glory days, well, they didn't pass us by, because we know that friends, they're friends forever if the Lord's the Lord of them. And we know that a lifetime's not too long to live as friends. And in fact, one day, in the sweet by and by, we'll have that mansion that we can live in, and we won't feel the punishment because we won't commit the sin. And in closing, Brent, you're the wind beneath my wings. Happy birthday.
When I think of a passage of Scripture that best describes your character, I would have to go to Hebrews chapter 11 and find you among the heroes of faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please God, and you are a man of faith. You were like Abraham and stood and believed God for 34 years for the right wife, and God blessed you with a good wife. You were like David, and you had to persevere and fight the lion and the bear and even Goliath in your business with economical crisis and economical problems. You still persevered, and God has made you victorious. I know Dad would be proud if he were here, and he would salute you today on your 40th birthday and say, keep on keeping on. And now he's in the cloud of great witnesses cheering you on to say, run your race and look unto Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of your faith. Thank you for having a spirit of faith and encouraging all of those around you to have the same spirit of faith and love Jesus with all your heart. Happy birthday. We love you. It used to be that Brent was known as my little brother, but times have changed, and now people come up to me and say, oh, you're Brent's sister. But I do have to tell you one little story about Brent Powers. We were very small, and he had gotten in some serious trouble. And so Mom was ready to give him the spanking of a lifetime. So he decides that he's going to hide underneath his bed. And of course, Mom can't get under there. So I decide to help Mom out. Little did he know that Mom was standing behind the bedroom door. So I crawl underneath the bed and I say, hey Brent, come on out. The coast is clear. And just as soon as he climbed out of that bed, Mom was right there and yanked him up and gave him the spanking of his life. From one sister to her special brother, even though I was Benedict Arnold, happy birthday.
Hey Brent, happy 40th birthday. was trying to think of what to say, and all I could come up with is a number. And so my number is 1,512,000. 1,512,000. That's the number of minutes that you and I have spent in adjacent offices over these last 15 years. And so I can say, after 1.5 million minutes of listening to you, and after you're having 1.5 million minutes listening to me, I can tell everybody there that you are the most optimistic person that I've ever met in my entire life. One good story, Brent, we had a deal that we were closing, actually that we were pitching on a Friday. And so we finished our pitch, we're done, we worked really hard, it's a big deal for us, but we weren't going to find out for another 2 weeks what the results were. So he drives up on Monday morning in what is the longest, nicest, blackest, newest Mercedes-Benz that I had ever seen. So he gets out of that car, I walk downstairs, I said, hey man, that is a really sweet ride. And he said, you know what, dude, I'm just exercising my faith muscle. We're going to get that deal. You know, we worked hard. God's going to shine favorably upon our business. And so I needed a car, so I just decided to go out and use my faith muscle and get myself a Mercedes-Benz. And so that's Brent. That little story encompasses Brent well. I mean, he has exercised his faith muscle millions of times here in our business, and I can tell you that it is an invaluable resource to have someone who believes that every day that we're going to win. Now, we don't win every day, but you know what? He gets up, he comes in here believing that we're going to win every day. And so it makes me believe that we're going to win every day. And so we work hard. So Brent, 1.5 million. Now, I'm hoping for 1.5 million or 2 million or 3 million more minutes in the office next to you. So I appreciate you, man. Happy 40th birthday. See you.
Brent, I'm sorry we could not be with you on this wonderful day. But I just wanted to give you a few words of encouragement and to honor you as you on this day leave the years of youth behind and you enter into a passage of new vistas and you begin to walk towards the foothills of senior living. I just want to encourage you and let you know that you have left behind a trail of joy and of people that have been built up and encouraged by the words you've spoken to them, by the integrity and just the fun, uplifting person that you are. I know as your brother-in-law, you have been such an encouragement to me. Anytime I've been in a bad situation or I've needed just somebody to talk to and we've talked together, you have always encouraged and uplifted me and just strengthened my faith. You have this rare and wonderful magnetism about you that people need. And so I just wanted to say thank you for being a great brother-in-law. Thank you for what you're doing in the kingdom and for living for Jesus Christ. Happy 40th birthday. God bless you.
Uncle Bert reminds me of Abraham in the Bible because he was the father of many nations. And soon Uncle Brent will come to that. And also for Abraham, he took a long time to find a wife. But he found a good one. And so did Uncle Brent. And also one of my favorite sayings of his is, "Who let the dogs out?" We'd run around the house and dance, and we would have a race to say who would win. And I would, when he would come over, I would always play that game with him. And soon he became tired, but I never did. And also, he would come over and we would dance and play, and he would be the Tickle Tiger. And it was just really good times. And so Uncle Brent is a good father. He's just like Abraham. He loves everyone. Happy birthday, Uncle Brent.
Hey Austin, when you think of Uncle BP, which Bible character do you think best describes him?
Well, since Uncle BP does stuff with money, I think I would say King Solomon, because he was very wealthy and he was very wise with money and economy. But he did have a lot of wives, so don't have a lot of wives. Happy birthday.
Uncle BP reminds me of Samson because he's strong and he was a strong leader, and he never cheated on his wife, and Uncle BP will never ever cheat on his wife. And happy birthday.
Lucas, when you think of Uncle BP, which Bible character best describes him?
David.
Why?
Because he fought a bear, he fought a lion, and he fought Goliath. And he put a tiny stone, and he swung it, and he threw it, and he threw it, and it killed Goliath. Happy birthday.
You want to know what I think about my dad? I think he's really handsome. And I think he's really fun. And to be quite honest, I'm a little scared of my brother when Dad's not around. Daddy's really tall, and he loves the Lord, and I'm always watching how he treats my mom so sweet. I hope one day I marry someone just like him. Bring something to your attention about my dad. I don't know how he could have a baby as sweet as I am and yet have a son like the Graham Monster. I mean, everyone likes to talk about how cute his curls are and how sweet he looks, but come on, I live in this house and I know the truth. And I'm telling you right now, when that boy comes around, we all scream in terror. Looks can be deceiving, and I think hair is over. Dad, I think he's absolutely perfect.
I love my dad, and he's the best. Sam! Get away! Get away! Where are you? Daddy.
Are you sure?
Are you sure you're Daddy's boy? No. Are you Daddy's boy? No. Whose boy are you? Daddy. Whose boy are you? Sissy. Good job. Whose boy are you? Mommy. Whose boy are you? Daddy.
Brent, Matt Jones here. Just wanted to wish you a happy 40th birthday, huge milestone. Hard to imagine that we've been friends this long, going way back to when we first played golf with Tim Hicklin at the Disney Osprey Ridge golf course, I think. And then we met on the Grasslands driving range, and we've been friends ever since. So you and I have done everything from concerts to movies to excursions to just about everything in between. So I've definitely enjoyed everything that I've done for you. Obviously, you've been a huge impact on my life, and obviously you've been a great friend. So just wanted to wish you a happy 40th birthday. Thanks so much for all you've done. I was honored to be at your wedding, so obviously you're kind of a special part and person in my life. So thanks again, and looking for many more years of friendship in the future. Thanks, man. Hope you're doing well.
Happy birthday, bro. In honor of your birthday, I thought I'd come down to the basement and look at this hope chest that you made me 25 years ago and take a little stroll down memory lane. Found a couple things. Picture of us in the 10th grade at Stephen Stephanie's graduation. Picture of the whole gang when we used to hang out at Miss Ewing's apartment. When you and the guys came up to visit me at Furman. Remember this? We drew this, I think it was like in 11th grade, in one of the classes we were supposed to be doing something important in, but instead we were doodling. Or how about this picture you drew me? Another thing I found was something you made. It said the true loner, and back then you were, but I tell you what, you're no longer a loner. You've got a family of 6, and man, you found a good thing. I love your family. I love you. Happy
birthday, Brent. I can't hardly remember when I turned 40. It seems like a lot happened about then in my life. But you know, when I think about you, I think about a person that is successful and prosperous, and about the 40 years God's given you that's been really rich. And I also know there's lions out there and bears out there that that you've proven the faithfulness of God, my friend. And I see you as one of those people that is enjoying the goodness of God in the land of the living. And I'm also confident that what you have experienced and what you know, in these last 40 years, this next 40, presents all kinds of new challenges, but you have the equipment, sir, that you'll be put over in life. You've proven the faithfulness of God. I know you have. And it's a wonderful thing to see a man prosper in God and to flourish in His courts. God bless you and your house. Happy birthday.
Brent, happy 50th. 40th. They do come that quick, so don't relax anyway. But listen, it's been great to know you as you've grown up. And I want to say I always admired you as a young man about waiting for the right person, and you did. And you've always been a real role model for young guys. And it's been a pleasure being a friend with you. That's it.
Happy birthday, Brent. I just want to encourage you on this day as your life begins to go downhill and all things come to an end. I want to encourage you that you have been quite impactful in my life and you have made many changes in my life. You're only lucky in life every once in a while to meet someone that totally changes your life and impacts you, and you were that person to me. And I want you to just remember that as you head in towards the latter years of your life. Remember, you've impacted my life tremendously. And once again, happy birthday.
When I think of Brent, the word generous comes to mind. Brent's not just generous with his money, he's generous with his time. I remember being a young adult, fresh out of high school, my whole life in front of me, needing mentors, needing somebody to be an example, to invest into my life, to show me what I need to do, how I should live my life. And Brent was that guy for me. I remember, he's 9, 10 years older than me. I remember so many times just going out to lunch with him and hanging out with him on Friday nights, and the impact that had on my life has been so tremendous. To have somebody to look up to, a role model to pattern my life after, the influence he's had on my life is great. It all comes down to the fact that Brent is one of the most generous guys I know.
Happy birthday, Brent. I once heard a statement I thought fits today perfectly. When you turn 40, all of a sudden you become an old young man. Or you could look at it this way: you've just become a young old man. Either way, you've joined my generation. Well, not quite, but you're catching up. Happy birthday.
Happy 40th birthday, bud. Can't believe we've known each other almost 30 years now. I also want to tell you that I just want to thank you for being a man of character. Thanks for being an encouragement to me in so many different ways throughout these many years. And last of all, I'd say I just appreciate you being such a faithful follower of Christ and a great friend to me. And I just want you to know I treasure our friendship in so many different ways, bud. So happy.
Your dad-in-law, Bob. I hope you're having a great birthday. Sarah wanted me to say a few words to you just to give you some, a little bit of knowledge and stuff since I'm older. Not that much. But anyway, I wanted to read a little bit of scripture to you, if you don't mind. It says in Psalms 37:25, it says, I have been young and now I'm old. I think it's talking about you. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his descendants begging for bread. So keep that in mind. Really, I did want to read you something, but it wasn't that. It's another scripture. It talks about, in all your ways, trust in the Lord and He'll direct your paths. And I believe that you're doing that. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He shall direct your paths. Proverbs 3:5.
There you go. Brent, we just want to say happy birthday, and I really wish we all lived closer so that we could hang out together. You're an incredible guy. I've noticed how giving you are, and we just are thankful for you and hope to get more time with you in the future. We love Sarah. Sarah's my good friend, and I'm glad that I have her in my life so that we can get to meet you. Happy birthday.
Brent Powers, it's Sass. I want to wish you a big 4-0 happy birthday. Welcome to the club. When I think of BP, I think of solid quality character, always wanting to do the right thing, good man, wanting to be a good husband and a good dad, and a great friend. Appreciate you, buddy. Happy 40th birthday.
Happy birthday, Brent. What I appreciate about Brent is he is a positive, outgoing, never been better guy.
Birthday, Brent. Brother Brent. It seems crazy to me that we're 40. It seems like yesterday that we were turning 16 and we were driving around in the Blue Bomb and we were writing our names in the roof of the car. Surely kids don't do that these days, do they? They're missing out. Anyway, thinking about knowing you for 28 years and just being amazed that most people I know don't have friends that they've had since they were children, and it's such a blessing. We had such a great childhood together, and I'm super stoked to be living in Lakeland again for this next era of our lives. I love you so much, and I just wanted you to know that in honor of your birthday, I wore this shirt based on our obsession with you two in the 80s and early 90s. Get 'em up, brother. Love you. Happy birthday.
When Sarah asked me to make a little movie clip for your 40th birthday, the first thing I thought was, you gotta be kidding me. I thought Brent turned 40 like 3 years ago. But in all seriousness, Brent, we're here for you. You're one of my best friends that I've ever had. And you know, when they say that your closest friends can fit on one hand, you can't have more than 5 of them, otherwise you have too many. I bet you own a finger in a lot of hands in this room. And we're really proud of you, and we hope you have a great birthday. Roll Tide.